Since starting this journey, I've wanted a downhill or an enduro bike. And although my new to me status is older, it still has a lot of usable life left in it. I give you my first impressions of the Specialized status coming up right after this. We all know a downhill bike is a specialized tool meant for doing one thing great, and that's of course going downhill. But as a bigger rider, a DH bike has another advantage of being built like a tank. And the strength that makes it great at drops and big hits also makes it a confidence boosting ride for a bigger rider like myself. I'm not saying that a downhill bike will now be my trail bike. It's never going to do that. But it does mean if I'm scared of hitting certain features on my recoil, the status usually will give me the confidence of hitting it. Now, getting a used bike with a coil shock isn't something you can just ride right away if that shock isn't set up for you. So it's akin to being a kid on Christmas and not being able to play with your toys because it needs batteries. So I had to order a stiffer spring for my weight. This is something I recommend getting assistance on, and there are plenty of guides out there on how to do it, to measure stroke and the size and the weight of the spring. Now at first, I gave this a shot by myself, ordering off of eBay, using some free credit I had on there. I ordered a 700-pound spring and everything was the correct size except for the internal diameter. And although it fit barely, I'll let you listen to what it sounds like. Now when I would ride around the bike normally, it wouldn't make any sort of noise. It's just when it would go into about 50% of its travel that you would get this. So of course I couldn't ride with it making this kind of noise. So I turned to the awesome staff at Worldwide Cyclery, and Jared was able to hook me up with a replacement spring that would actually fit the X Fusion Vector. With that installed, it was as smooth as butter, and it was an absolute dream to ride on, even though it is a 26er, which I know a lot of you don't like. The status, with its 170mm travel up front and 200mm of travel in the back, has been confidence inspiring to say the least. I have hit a lot more features than I ever would with any other bike I've owned, and because of this, it will be showing up a lot more on the channel. Listen, I'm not 17 anymore. As much as I want to just huck it off a huge jump, I'm never going to get to that point when I'm uncomfortable. I'm Bruce Banner, and this bike is my Hulk. And speaking of that, with the help of you guys, the status now has the name of the Hulk. And in closing, confidence is everything when it comes to mountain biking. And it really is much mental as it is physical. So with the Hulk, I will tackle my fears and explore new places like my first bike park. And remember, it's not about the lemons life gives you, it's about the lemonade that you make with it. Have a good week.